They are angry. That being at Bao the Whale, a jiggly whale girl VTuber of Vietnamese descent, but having not grown up in Vietnam. Still, Bao has a Vietnamese following, having even attended the Annie Festival last year. But Bao having angered some Vietnamese fans earlier this year, sending out a tweet wishing everyone a happy Chinese New Year, with followers from some countries, especially Vietnam, pushing back against the terminology of Chinese New Year, instead saying it should be only known as Lunar New Year. That backlash also aimed at Shoto, one of Bao's very good friends, having also sent out similar well wishes. And now some Vietnamese fans are still angry and have been taking their frustrations out against Bao. And we'll have more on that developing story in just a moment, as now we have a word from today's sponsor. The free-to-play cross-platform military game War Thunder is now coming at you with anime-themed skins and decals. You can take part in intense PvP experiences and full-scale combat, alongside rich PvE content, including dynamic historical campaigns and solo missions. War Thunder provides regular content updates, including new vehicles, maps, missions, and nations. Join now and take part in major battles on land, air, and sea. There are over 2,000 highly detailed aircraft, helicopters, ground vehicles, warships, and more. And now you can decorate them with all of your favorite waifus, complete with the ultimate weapon, battle-ready Dakimakuras.
PC、プレイステーション、Xbox から今すぐ無料でウォーサンダーをダウンロードしよう。
And now returning to Bao the Whale, tweeting out, if this cover doesn't pop off, I'm never recording anything ever again. This was so stupidly hard. I cannot sing in Vietnamese to save my life. That receiving responses like, this girl is needing fame so much. Hope your cover never pops off so you don't have to speak your native language. This user further saying, okay, you guys said I'm mad. Yes, I'm used to be mad and disappointed because I'm used to be her fan and her used to be my favorite VTuber. I drew her fan merch and her fan art just because I loved her. But all things she did to her Asian fans can't accept it. While Bao also received this response, stating, okay, then never sing in Vietnamese again. Sing for your Chinese fans. You should know that after CNY, Chinese New Year, almost Vietnamese fans hate you. So come to your Chinese fans. Bao then responding to that tweet, from at the time of this recording, an account that no longer exists, clarifying, I grew up in middle of nowhere Midwest. I was one of 3 Asian kids in my entire high school and never met another Vietnamese kid my age that could even speak the language until I joined social media. I grew up only knowing what my parents taught me and still can't barely read. It's insane that I'm being called traitor for stepping on a landmine I could have never seen coming. I've always been very verbal about how much I've yet to learn. Hordes of you have been harassing me for months for something I didn't know and isn't common knowledge in America. I was begged every stream to speak Vietnamese, to say this or that word, even when people ignored my chat and server rules. Harassed my mods, I never said anything or never blamed anyone for their lack of knowledge of VTuber community etiquette. Who was gonna tell me VTubing was gonna turn me into a socio-political figurehead? Bro, I did not sign up for this Bao then receiving a response of, girl don't even know how many countries in the world celebrate Lunar New Year, especially the Vietnamese people who have fought so much for that. You claim to be a Vietnamese and still say Chinese New Year, as if only that country in the world celebrates. Now you ask why people hate you so much. Bruh. We also have this response, they're not mad because you're not good at Vietnamese. They're mad because you're acting like singing Vietnamese is so difficult, so you, Vietnamese fans, better be grateful and give me views, which is basically your tweet. And you still haven't apologized for that Chinese New Year tweet. Bao going on to directly respond, that's crazy because you went to my Twitter. You used advanced search to dig up my old tweets, and you dug around until there was something to justify harassing me for months. And now you want me to apologize. You don't want an apology. You just want to use me as a punching bag. Bao stating further, I've effing had it. They're literally telling me I'm using my own culture for clout and trying to say it's cultural appropriation actually insane. I've tried this entire year to ignore it and tried not to speak Vietnamese on stream as much, but it ramped up the moment I tried to do anything involving my own culture. I feel like I had to say something for my own mental. Bao later saying to my sweet Vietnamese fans, "Thank you for educating me and being understanding that people outside of Vietnam have very limited knowledge on social issues. I appreciate everyone trying to clear up misunderstandings, and I'm deeply sorry for hurting you. I'm not ashamed of my heritage and will always be proud to speak a second language. I do not regret being open about it where I'm from. I thought that even if I explained my side, people would not forgive me. That's why I remained silent for so long, but the hate is too much. I just wanted to sing a cover in Vietnamese, and I meant no harm. I don't know how I can fix this, but thank you for everyone who still believes that I'm not a bad person or someone who hates my own heritage." Val would also see this message: "Some anti-fans can also hack and find out the home addresses of those who dare to stand up to defend Bao. There's an owner of a Bao fan page in Vietnam who has to lock the page because of fear of their attack." Bao responding, "What the actual is wrong with people? This is horrifying and sickening. Leave innocent parties out of this. I truly hope whoever doxed that owner goes to jail." And then in the afternoon, we would receive this update from Bao's account. "Hi, this is Bao's manager. She's been put in baby whale jail, and I've taken Twitter access from her. Thanks for all your support, and she'll be back soon." That being Cha Latte, which VTuber and creator talent manager of Bao, sharing Bao cackling at me. In this message, Bao saying to her manager, "It looks like I'm finally free from Twitter, but now you have to suffer." Later, we would receive this update: Bao will be out visiting family until August 13th. In the meantime, we have a bunch of TikToks and YouTube videos lined up. Don't forget to check them out. Signed, Bao's manager. That while we are aware that Bao, along with hundreds of thousands of others, this past weekend were watching the brand new debuts for HoloAdvent, introducing 5 brand new HoloLive English members, kicking off this past Saturday night in the West with the debut of the aloof archiver, Shiori Novella. That debut opening up with this loading screen and a quick lore introduction, narrated by Shiori, with similar lore introductions and narrations by Shiori, also prefacing the other debuts. And so how did she begin her debut? Well, of course, by talking about cats mating 5 minutes in. Thankfully, we have HoloLive superfan, HoloLive Indonesia's Crazy Ali here, giving us a full rundown, opening with Shiorin, "Oh my effing god, punch me now." Shiori adhering to the time-honored tradition of hiding her age, and upon showing her hobbies, Ali saying, "Please God, I need her as a wife." Shiori then would go on to speak about books at length, and then sharing some of her very favorite cartoons, later revealing that she is a major Harvest Moon fan, alongside an entire section talking about her husbandos. One of the biggest reactions during this debut being from this breaking news section, in which she revealed trivia about herself, opening up with, "I eat with scissors sometimes." That leading to HoloLive English's Nanashi Mume to tweet out, "I want to fix her," represented here by Shinobu Otaku, alongside this work by Eol. Further, HoloLive Indonesia's Anya Melfisa would go on record saying, "No, I can fix her." Shiori would continue to talk about her other talents, such as dabbling in game making, after King Biscuit would give us this one-to-one recreation of Shiori, alongside Choppy revealing they were in charge of the opening illustration. Further, our very own co-host Lae-Dee would begin a work-in-progress artwork, giving us this interpretation entitled Much Edge. We also have this: "Someone said Shiori kinda sounds like Mabel from Gravity Falls, and I can't cope with this information."
Everyone, I want you to scream for me.
Romance is like gum. Once it's lost its flavor, you just cram another one in.
So trivia. I eat with scissors at times.
I'm legalizing everything.
Further, Pyrozine would give us this pixelized 3D model of Shiori, while we receive this live 2D demonstration. Luka-chan saying, "She is Shiori Novella, the archiver. I did her live 2D rigging. I am very happy to see her start." Afterwards, Shiori would go on record saying, "So, are you supposed to fix me, or am I supposed to fix you? You might break either way." But who can't break is Sparkling Gem VTuber Koseki Bijou, receiving this bejeweled artwork from Nami, alongside Das Doctor, recreating this Twitter moment between Orocroni and Koseki, also going so far as to provide us with this Mume reaction to that hug. Further, we have more artwork from Shiori, giving us this height difference between Galgura and Koseki, sparkling gem VTuber saying, "I'm in love with every single one of your doodles." That as before the debut, Shiori had gone on to threaten licking Koseki alongside dining on her. All while we have this illustration of Shiori interacting with Koseki here, reacting to that Lily is asleep illustration with, "Oh, new toy." And then finally, it was the day for her debut. Ollie back here with her reactions, saying, "Baby so precious, I want to give her head pats all day." That while Bijou would pull out the most elite of elite PowerPoint presentations for her debut in front of 125,000 viewers, even going on to make edits to it midstream. And yes, one particular game of interest got the attention of Ollie, while we also received a look at her reference sheet, complete with a special hair in a bun version to show off her back. Ollie would end saying, "Pretty little lady is a pretty little lady." Vessia Zeta reacting, "Bijou's voice is so cute, it's like being wrapped in warmth and fluffy things." That being echoed by HoloLive English's Amelia Watson, leading us over to Moon, saying, "Finally, I can use this thing I drew a year ago." Further, Ame would state, "HoloAdvent already so good. I'm excited to see more debuts tomorrow." And during this debut, we would receive loads of different expressions alongside changes in the gem color. Part of that work being done by Atsuku, having worked on the live 2D rigging. Newly partnered to Twitch.tv, Nanobytes would react, "Bijou is my new Oshi. She is adorable, she is cute, she is a literal gem." That as the sparkling gem VTuber would release a music video, assisted by many, including Aero Studio. One very quick sequence also turned a lot of heads, that being an animated transformation. Harutimu sharing, "I did Koseki Bijou's Henshin animation. Hope I was able to help hype up her fun debut." Sakamata Chloe further reacting with, "Bijou-chan, diamond not enough every day in Minecraft. Can I mining of your face?" HoloLive Japan's Shirokami Fubuki also reacting to Final Fantasy XIV being on Bijou's schedule, saying, "Big love." All while HoloLive English's Takanashi Kiara would state, "Before the karaoke, I chit-chatted with Advent for like an hour, and I got really excited when Bijou told me about her love for Tales of games and her interest in playing them on stream. Feel like we have big overlaps in game interest." Upon seeing Bijou change her single dislike to being pickaxes, HoloLive Indonesia's Kayla Kowalska would change her profile picture to this, but also afterwards saying, "Welcome to the family, Shiorin and Koseki. Both of you doing great. Love the debuts. Wish you both luck for the next activities. I'm excited." Bijou also saying, "Thank you for coming, everyone. I need to rest a little bit. Please support the rest of Advent during their debuts." This gem tuber before her debut also had this important message saying, "Please bring this to the debut," instructing viewers to make their own pebbles. As here we have this from Omocat, Big Ham, Takuma, alongside this work from Rat VTuber, Heikos Bells, who was also performing a watch-along of the debuts alongside HoloLive director A-chan that night. As performing the watch-along with A-chan the next night would be Mori Calliope, giving us this Roxona. That as we were all off to a rocky start in the best of ways. Akurama giving us this A Safe Place. Keen Biscuit here with Funny Rock Lady, and this JoJo-esque piece from X Silent Red saying, "I sometimes question my own sanity." So with that, we had the first two debuts, reflected in this work of expectation to reality, all thanks to Orange Juice. Moving us over to the next night, that being Sunday night here in the West, but Monday morning for many in the East. Shiori saying, "My favorite meals are debuting soon." Kicking off the debuts for the second night was Nerissa Ravencroft. Lloyd Picaceru here with "Nobody loves soup more than Nerissa, the demon of soup." Rissa also sharing, "Do you all like my horns? They're one of a kind. You can touch them, but please be gentle with the broken one. It's sensitive." Further reacting to this bird work from Amos, stating, "Really love this. The serious expression is so cool." Yes, that's right, another HoloLive talent with another bird on her head. As hours later, Ollie would provide us with a very late debut thread saying, "VOD peeps, let's go." Immediately then tweeting out, "Woof, woof, woof, bark, bark, woof, bark, grr." Further claiming, "Rissa, oh Rissa, your voice is heavenly." Nerissa's debut took the form of case investigation files, confirming once again she is the tallest active HoloLive member, claiming her hobbies are cooking and cleaning, leading Ollie to say she's so wifeable, alongside Rissa underlining a very particular dislike, that being underwear, stating that even during this debut, she is not wearing any and simply prefers not to. Nerissa also providing the almost humble by HoloLive English standards goal of wanting to achieve 500,000 subscribers. At the time of this recording, she is well more than halfway there. After her debut, Nerissa would also release her own cover song, that particular song going trending on YouTube at number 19 for the day. Val reacting to that cover with her voice and lyrics are so powerful and mesmerizing, I can already tell she's going to have an incredible career in HoloLive. Further reacting was HoloLive Indonesia's Muna Hoshinova, saying, I like the new bird. I can understand her English very well. The bird can cook. All I can say is 100% mommy. And lastly, she didn't wear any underwear. They also reacting, oh no, she's so cool. HoloLive Japan's Omaro Polka stating she has a beautiful voice. Mume back here with another bird who can drive but doesn't like to drive. Alongside Vesia saying, I could listen to her talk forever. It's so calming. They would further state after the cover release, Nessie has me on the floor, effing deceased, in absolute shambles. That's right, she is the demon of sound, not the demon of soup. But one aspect did catch some viewers' attentions, as artist Viragami here saying Nerissa is permanently at 3/4 angle. Her camera must have been in her side monitor. That's right, for most of the presentation, she was looking to the side. This live 2D modeling being done by Kefi. Confirming in the demonstration, yes, the model can actually look at the audience. Well, we also had a confirmation that Orihime took care of the logo, schedule, BRB screen, and chat design for Nerissa, after Nerissa saying, couldn't have done my debut without all of Orihime's amazing work.
As you can see, I have some really big some really big things right there. So please, draw me lots of fan art. You should fan artists, you know what to do with this information, right?
And of course, we have tons of fan artwork, such as this piece from Geige to #Ravencrofts. Well, we also have this very prominent work by way of Mitsu saying congrats on debuting. That said, getting the most attention last night was two different model alterations, enlarging some already enlarged proportions on Nerissa. Nerissa would also introduce the design of her mascot, the Jailbirds. Marie here saying, I was in charge of the design for the Jailbirds. It's such a big honor. Thank you for letting me be part of the team, and congratulations on your debut. And speaking of big proportions, we have this work from Shira of the weakest of Jailbirds. Further reactions from HoloLive also came in even before the debut, such as Hosho Marine telling Nerissa, I love you. Crony and Nerissa switching outfits in this Adaran work. Nerissa reacting with Jailbirds and cronies, we are eating well today. That bringing us to the final debuts of the night. That's right, we have twin VTubers. It's Fuwawa and Mokoko, the twin guard dogs of HoloLive English. Interacting earlier with Polka, who was a very big fan of Mokoko's midriff. Also before debut, FUWAMOCO would react to fan artworks from Akashi Bag and Yaki Noki, teasing us with twin ASMR, leading to the twins to ask, would you like this? And finally, we have the last of the reactions from Ollie, saying no to Bao Bao, but yes to Wangy Wangy. Noticing both of the twins like cute girls. Ollie reacting, what a coincidence, I love cute girls too. But one of the biggest disappointments of the night came from this section, do not touch. Twins saying you cannot touch their ears or tail. HoloLive Japan's Hakui Kayori, very entertained by the disappointment of the overseas viewers at this time, but perhaps most disappointed was her fellow Jinmate, Kazuma Iroha, simply melting away at this revelation. Some of the likes and dislikes also turning some heads, including Mokoko saying that she dislikes isekai anime, based, while Fuwawa would list in her favorite anime both School Days and Yosuga no Sora, cultured. But perhaps the biggest reaction came from their goals section, this being a work of art itself, with goals including hit 1 million subscribers within 1 year, release a physical CD, run a maid cafe for a day, release a scale figure, get less scared of horror games, become a tourism ambassador, if you know, you know, but most importantly, protect your smile. Reactions range from Harasaki Nodoka's cute voice, Bao Bao Kawaii, they saying I want to hug them, exceptionally hard, and Mume stating must pet, having earlier stated, thank goodness I have 2 hands for head pats. Vesia Zeta was caught live saying, as a cat lord, I approve, while Muna further reacted, I want to adopt the dogs, and they said no touch on ears and tails. That means I can touch their tummy, right? One of their very biggest fans, HoloLive Japan's Takane Rui, unfortunately was busy at the time of debut, instead only linking it out and saying, who let the dogs out? That is, we received this absolutely packed schedule, sometimes offering up 2 streams a day, with some of them even running in convenient European hours. After Bae would say, as a fellow rat, I understand. Tail no touchy. Welcome to HoloEN. Kyla saying, beautiful voices indeed. Welcome to the family. Those voices revealed in their very first cover. FUWAMOCO saying, we have monstrous appetites that need to be satiated. And as for another musical performance by the twins, we also had this revelation, the cooperation of famous ASMR VTuber Patra. FUWAMOCO saying, thank you for writing us a very special first song, Patra-san. And afterward, FUWAMOCO saying, thank you so much, ruffians. Our hearts feel very fluffy and fuzzy right now. We hope yours does too. The sisters would go on to receive a special thanks from Yago himself, all while the Cover Corporation CEO would just moments later show up in the actual full HoloAdvent collab stream.
Oh, Yago, is it good enough, Yago?
No.
The 5 new HoloEN members would go on to release their own group collab song, this also hitting YouTube trending at number 30, alongside the release of their debut celebration merch, including an acrylic panel, acrylic magnets, acrylic stands, a stained glass style hanging decoration, and of course, voice packs, which despite the advertisement graphic, did not release on the fictional day of June 31st. So there we have it, the brand new debuts. Busting down the door here, once again by Lily is Asleep, and further breaking down doors here with Shiori and the twins, Sobi simply saying her eyes. Eyes that can be seen in this work from Pokey, back once again with even more HoloLive fan art. As lastly, we have Under the TV giving us this grand escape and this more peaceful piece, thanks to Yobiyu. After the watch party, Mori Calliope would say, welcome Advent, may all your idol and non-idol dreams come true, along with Kiara stating, aren't they all incredible, my god, too much power, too much potential. And we're not done with HoloLive, as we have even more things VTuber say from Co-Dee. Take it away.
Kuhayo! We kick off today's segment with some fan service, as the HoloLive Summer Relay has just ended. That is a relay of many of the HoloLive girls showing off their brand new swimsuits, setting the internet on fire with the amount of friction made from users mashing the screenshot button. Users such as HoloLive staff member Harusaki Nodoko, who tweeted, which do you guys prefer? I like all of them, and was later caught fawning over Cerise Fauna. Meanwhile, A-chan tweeted that she now has a permanent copy of Toa, as another user captured the moment in action. Other great moments included the girls stripping down to their swimsuits, as well as Okayu trying to select the talent with the sexiest pose, where Noelle just flexed her muscles. We also got to see Reine's hips that don't lie, Choco's squats, with Lamy desperately trying to hide any mishaps, and everyone ate good as they pulled an SSR crony. One of the bigger highlights was Marine doing push-ups, which resulted in Itori saying, they've never wanted to be a floor that bad. A new song and music video was released to celebrate the event, which included some sussy, some great shots of Choco and Crony on a car, Toa casually eating a cherry, and Marine? Marine's more lifelike model paved the way to RTX memes, while our very own co-host Lae-Dee tweeted, so Marine totally has this model, right? Hidden away, right? Please? FalseEyeD went in the other direction, tweeting, upgrade. Go back! It has been confirmed that RTX Marine still haunts Force to this day. Speaking of Hosho Marine, she just celebrated her birthday being 17 again, and also held a live 3D concert with her gen mates titled Third Generation Girls Band, opening with some Screamo, and singing many memorable songs, including God Knows from Haruhi Suzumiya, where she even replicated an iconic anime moment. Marine ended her live with a brand new original song, Bishoujo Muzai Pirates, of which Wata was responsible for the choreography. Additionally, a new collaboration was announced with the horror game Sugunohi. A new Marine-themed level will be available to play and releases on August 11th. Next up, we visit the Candy Princess Himamori Luna, who revealed a brand new outfit over the weekend, designed by Sakia Hiro. Luna received a new hairstyle and a new look we're not used to seeing from her. She went on to tweet, hey, what do you think? Sexy adult, right? Commemorative goods are available for purchase, which includes an acrylic stand designed by Mamyoda. Luna is also part of a collab alongside her 4th gen mates, Kanata, Watame, and Toa. There'll be an Annie Plus collab cafe opening up in Korea on August 10th, with limited handbook illustrations, all available at the venue. In other news, we turn to Yago, who's been practicing his baseball skills. This as Kanata and Koyori will be broadcasting the Giants' next baseball game game taking place on August 1st. And on the topic of games, Cover Corp have announced a new project called Horizontal. It's not a group of talents, but it is a brand that focuses on projects centered around gaming culture and esports. More details are to be released in September, but they have announced that prior to the full-scale launch, there will be a collaboration with Riot Games on August 3rd in a HoloLive cross-Valorant meetup. The special stream will involve 10 talent playing some custom matches while teaching the viewers all about the game to help them understand and enjoy Valorant. Shishiro Botan and Shirokami Fubuki will be emceeing the event. In music news, we turn to Azuki, who recently had her major debut with Victor Music and has released an official interview diving into her thoughts since being a signed artist and details about her new EP. Also releasing a new EP is the trio of Mio, Ayame, and Fubuki, which is now available on Musicverse, the same Musicverse that held Buzz Rhythm Live, a concert featuring the HoloLive talents of Kali, Subaru, and Suisei, who also happened to be the headliner. Suisei Kyomo Kawaii also went on to tweet her performance of Stella Stella that fans can view for free. Musicverse shared a shot of Suisei performing alongside Fiji Fabric during her headlining act. Sui went on to say, "I did my best as a headliner. It was emotional. It was funny. It was all fun. Till next time." And lastly, in music news, we turn to the fluffy sheep Tsunomaki Watame, who has released her cover of Kyofu Orubaku, featuring the VTuber and illustrator Shigure Ui. But that's everything from me. Back over to you, False.
Thank you so much, Cody. As next, we move on to indie VTuber news with Lae-Dee.
Thanks, False. Snow Fox Tifalosa has had their Twitch account suspended for the reason of fraudulent activity, canceling and refunding all their subscriptions under the claim that they used stolen payment information. Reaching out to Twitch support saying, "I didn't request any cancellation or refund for the subs, and I got emails saying all my subs are canceled and refunded to my PayPal. I never engaged in any fraudulent activity. I really don't know how my account is involved for fraud." With only guessing on what could the fraudulent activity be, Tifa says, "The only thing I could think of is May 23rd, I got a hate bot follow raid. I don't know who did it to me. I got 427 hate bots follow me during my stream. I was in a panic and didn't know what to do. My mod taught me how to remove the bots and ban them afterwards. I'm innocent and a victim for this case." Nevertheless, Tifa is continuing their content creation, having now celebrated over 2,500 followers on Twitter, and despite still being in Twitch jail, releases a new full cover in celebration. Passionate idol VTuber Netsui Kiba has also been thrown to Twitch jail. As of January 6th, had received a 30-day suspension on Twitch, and despite submitting an appeal, was informed that their 30-day suspension wouldn't be ending early. That as only now, as of July 25th, have they regained freedom of their Twitch account. Egyptian Harpy Dragon Tricky Wee celebrates their 2-year VTuber anniversary, 6-year Twitch anniversary, and 13 years as a YouTube creator, tweeting out, "I'm sorry I'm still sick and have to delay the 3D debut, but thank you for everything." That as Tricky is definitely plotting something, but is also illustrated here with their friends, with this art originally commissioned for Numi for her subathon. Slime Alien VTuber Pia P is releasing some new drip while celebrating over 6,000 followers on Twitter. That as she prepares to gain more followers, or in her case, adoptees, with her new model definitely being something else, as she thanks everyone for coming to her debut, but saying it's extremely rude to stare at someone's score. That as Pia's little mascot Obi would showcase himself, and upon fully unleashing their new form, Pia is energized and ready to go. The everywhere VTuber Girl DM released this ominous video, that having been their Jade Oni form, rigged by Iron Vertex's Enma, as this new form's debut also included a lore video that was finished in less than 4 days, something that Girl DM doesn't recommend at all. VTuber Coco Nuts is shown having a great summer with fellow VTuber Captain Hannah, though do not be deceived, as this little monkey stirs up lots of trouble. That as Coconuts starts off their summer subathon and charity event, releasing not only a new outfit, but will also be giving 50% of all earnings to charity. Artist and Fox VTuber Annie celebrates over 300,000 followers on Twitch, tweeting out, "These are the happiest times of my life from the past few dark years." Though watching over Nora-sama does have its ups and downs. Online cartoon dude Yami will be hosting some panels over at Narcon, reminding everyone who attends to shower every day. That as Yami will also be featured in a Scandinavian VTuber panel with Mary Dog, Afilde, Veridetta, and My Scoros. And now back to you, False.
Thank you so much, Lae-Dee. And lastly, another thank you to Nines, sharing this illustration to hashtag #ArtID. Thank you again. And thank you all, as that is all that we have for this episode. Once again, feel free to click the link below, as we have a working reference link for War Thunder, allowing you to try out 7 days free on a premium account, alongside other bonuses, such as that Daki. Also, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and send in your VTuber news to our Discord, as we will have more things VTubers say for you soon.
We take it to boom. That is a relay of the many of the HoloLive no, redo. And singing many memorable songs, including God Knows from Haruhi Suzumiya. Oh my god, I can't say that properly. Redo. The special stream will involve 10 to poop. Redo. There will be a collaboration with Riot. Redo.
And my iPhone payment right after that. Restart. This scanner in the restart. Though do not be restart.